Dear Pixie, you asked us, so the majority of people currently on Earth will be going through regenesis having taken the juice choice point. Have I got this right? There is indeed a timeline where this is so, and it is in your most probable potential timeline trajectory. However, there is a shift, if you will, of timelines currently taking place. And there are other potentials where this is not the case due to inflated amount as number of those individuals juiced, and also due to a higher level of detoxification taking place alongside aligned, focused, spiritual surrender and discipline. However, that which you draw attention to and ask about is the most probable for the higher amount of time spent as most probable timeline within the timeline switching or shifting. We point out that all we speak of is, of course, metaphor from the higher mind expansion at source consciousness awareness where there are no timelines. You asked us, does this mean most people won't be waking up and seeing much or some of the inverted matrix structures? Not necessarily. A third dimensional or fourth dimensional awakening and regenesis, whilst they are connected, they are not mutually exclusive. You asked us, will they have to wait perhaps as long as another 26,000 year cycle before having such awakening or awareness? Those moving through regenesis will come once again to an ascension opportunity. You asked us, I know some people say, oh, we have to be ready to help all the people who will be waking up. But unless they are juiced souls dedicated to detoxing and committed to a spiritual path, it sounds like they won't be waking up at this planetary completion point. Is this correct? What you say and ask about holds merit. Yet there are degrees of awakening. Juice, per se, does not prevent awakening in any capacity. All souls are moving through an awakening process in some degree. You asked us, is it correct that some individuals will go through a false awakening? Indeed, this is correct, and this may prevent the true awakening entirely or distort it. Yet, it may also act as a springboard or catalyst into the awakening. Negative frequency is a potential catalyst for positive polarization. We repeat, negative frequency is a potential catalyst for positive polarization. You asked us, I'm not sure what proportion of people will have this partial awakening. Can you shed any light on this? The probability for partial awakening at a global level is in a high probability placement for the collective. However, this does not include the activated ones who hold within them the Starseed template, crystal gene, or quartz key. These individuals that make up the collective we call the Aurora Network would be on a trajectory for full awakening, which is also known as Stargate Ascension. Therefore, from their perspective, The Great Awakening and all that that entails is the most probable timeline. You asked us. It doesn't sound like there will be this need to be there for lots of people who are waking up, which is what many within the spiritual and truth communities are saying. There is always need for those who stand as healers, starseeds, and light bearers, to be there for those who awaken. Be that, be millions, thousands, hundreds, or just one. This is the soul family of light, domino effect, and it is the way of the awakening itself. You asked us, how long in linear time before the window closes to awakening at this planetary completion time? Awakening in and of itself does not close a window, if you will, as it is the momentum and flow of consciousness itself. However, in linear time, the point is staggered over cycles of 22-year trajectories, with your cosmic moment, December solstice 2012, being one starting point for one 22-year cycle, and your juice choice point being another starting point for another cycle. There are multiple cycles that overlap into the 2012 to 2031 time period and the phase-locked DNA into the trifurcation. You asked us, is the juice choice point the closing of the window in linear time for those souls who drank the juice? Within one of the most probable timelines, within the shifting of the three predominant trifurcated timelines, then yes, this would be the case for the majority. However, within the other two predominant timelines, within the trifurcated highest potential configurations, then this is not necessarily the case. This would depend on the collective manifestation abilities of that which you call New Earth, and the amount of individuals who choose to leave the old Earth and join the New Earth. You asked us, are you saying that there will be juiced individuals in New Earth? In every timeline, as predominant trajectory points for your planet, this is the case, yes. You asked us, what is a trifurcated timeline shifting? Three predominant timelines as most probable actualization for your planet and dimension, vying for the place to actualize within matter, as the arrowhead upon the antimatter geometric sphere formation, as it were. You asked us, when I remember something, I'm very used to seeing a bright speck of light within my field. I expect I am probably communicating with a higher aspect of myself in those moments. Is this correct? This is indeed correct, yes. However, one could give to this that you call higher aspect of yourself many names. The name closest to the aligned language of light presentation at collective level would be monadic structure or monad, followed by avatar. You asked us, is this speck of light as well the blue dragon within that I am communicating with. One could call it this, yes, although within compartmentalized aspects of the language of light as memory and metaphor, this would be your transportation system or Merkaba. However, this is indeed one and the same as the monadic structure when moving upwards and outwards into language of light expansion. You asked us, the most common color that flashes as a remembrance is blue. Why is this? Blue is the memory code. We repeat, blue is the memory code, and therefore perceived color configuration of the celestial realms and gateways into the Stargate system or time matrix of the fully realized 144,000 crystalline DNA template. You asked us, why do we see other colors? Does this overall color spectrum refer to the crystallar codex within the DNA? Indeed, this is so, as the projected rainbow of multidimensionality. Blue being the predominant gateway system as halls of Amenti through the emerald corridors of memory through the color crystallar rainbow system. The white light that is presented here at fully polarized source projection is in fact blue, which can only be seen by zooming in, to use your modern computer parlance. The false light systems do not hold the blue light, but present with a grey sheen. Yet so too is there the white pearlescent light, which holds the quantum rainbow as emanations and projections as the pearl, the very center of the vortex or stargate itself. When you travel through the rainbow worlds at this time, you find yourself within the very heart of your own memory system, which, when activated, is the memory system of Source, for it is omnipotent and omnipresent. This is the point of the phase-locked DNA into the trifurcation at collective level. Yet the holding pattern comes from the fully realized human that is in embodiment of the Golden One, the Holy One, and the divine Christed self. This is the point where the pearl at the center of the vortex merges with the white wings of the antimatter template structure, and the transcendent alchemy takes place from blue to gold to white. This is thus one would refer to as solar ascension, and this is that which awaits you as you move through the expansion of the 144,000 into the true divine memory of all that you can be, all that you have ever been, and all that you are. We are the white-winged collective consciousness of 9. I am just so happy to be able to announce to you that my new book is available. The Diamond Codex and the Quartz Key, accessing the accelerated Stargate system through crystalline transformation of the genetic code. What does it mean to transmute one's DNA from carbon-based to crystalline within the context of spiritual enlightenment and physiological evolution. Practical templates for photonic light gene expression, alchemical unification, and light body activation are provided within this channeled transmission, delivering this codex at a time within humanity's awakening and expansion when synchronicity is abundant. The mysteries of the accelerated Stargate system as an intelligent living infinity structure call the starseeds of Earth to remember why they are incarnated here and what they came here to do. The downloads, epiphanies, and realizations that will organically come to each starseed as they immerse themselves within this sacred text are catalysts for those memories. Introducing Dreamwalker, the story, presented through my interdimensional dialogue with the monadic light structure that is the white-winged collective consciousness of 9. This book has been such an absolute delight and joy to transcribe from the 9, and I truly hope you enjoy reading it. Available in paperback, hardcover, and Kindle.